very political type of upbringing, even though I had no intention of running for office at all. When I was in high school, Granby High School in Norfolk, I was selected as a part of the Project Discovery program by the General Assembly in Richmond to participate as a page with Delegate Lucas, Thelma Lucas, and Yvonne Miller, Senator Yvonne Miller, and Mr. Forbes' office. And after high school, I ended up going to Liberty University and was taken under the wing and tutelage of Jerry Falwell. So he's a predominantly Republican, strong, I guess you associate as one of the Republican giants at this time. And had been exposed to quite a bit of Virginia politics and various agendas throughout, I guess, my teenage and adult life. And after college, I ended up working for the U.S. Peace Corps in Romania. And I was basically stationed in what was a former communist section of northern Moldova next to the Republic of Moldova, where the Jewish population was annihilated by the Nazis. So a good portion of what I did when I was back there was economic development, and then basically as Romania ascended into the European Union, and they got a little bit of exposure to the Western mindset, I guess, if you want to call it that way. They started to evolve. And then when I got back from Romania in 2011, I ended up working for the World Bank as a part of a diplomatic mission on their financial strategy for the IMF, International Monetary Fund. So my background is not in politics. My background is mostly economic development. And when I got back, I've seen so many things that I saw or I've seen in Eastern Europe that were happening in Virginia and throughout the country that really kind of shocked me to the point that I said to myself, I got to do something, or if not, at least share my experience and background with all sorts of communities throughout the country, so that they would at least participate in finding a solution to what's going on in our country, because we're talking about issues that really have nothing to do with us as people. I don't care what background you're from. Most of these politicians in Washington, D.C., I know this because I've been exposed to them, aren't really interested in providing a solution. They're interested in providing, a soapbox where their ideas and agendas that is really irrelevant to anyone, unfortunately, other than the people that are backing them. So, with that said, my platform is called the Fourth Industrial Revolution. And what that is the basic unification of technology and human capacity that we're now exposed to, called blockchain technology, Internet of Things, social media, Bluetooth. All of these social advancements have happened in just the last 10 years. And what this is going to do is going to be significantly affecting our market, or the U.S. market and our economy, to the point that the transitioning of emerging and frontier markets throughout the world is going to be a main hindrance for us to advance in terms of our trade policy and commercial relationship building. When I was in college, I was working for the Virginia Economic Development Partnership under Mark Werner's office, and we were heavily vested in bringing in investment from around the world to the state of Virginia and developing jobs in the state and helping businesses from Virginia export all over the world. Now, our competitiveness is no longer where it used to be 15 years ago. And that's going to continue to depreciate in terms of creating trading partners and market unions throughout the world for the state and for our country. And therefore, that's one of the reasons why I decided to run. So, having said that, I don't have a whole lot. I didn't really plan so much to deliver a speech tonight, but I'd love to, field a few questions if you might have any questions that you want me to talk about or discuss. Anybody? Questions? Okay. Raise your hand. I can't see you.
So,
Okay, that's fine. So anyway, what I'm going to do is kind of put this fourth industrial revolution issue in context, because very few Americans and very few people throughout our state and the country knows about it. If you really talk about social media back then, 20 years ago, when you talk about social media, people would associate that to you having a potluck in your church. You know, it's when you tell people that we're going to have a social at our church, that's the brunt of what social media is. That's what it meant to most people back then, 15, 20 years ago. Today it transcended into a totally different meaning in terms of market creation and economic development happening all over the world. When you talk about blockchain technology, back then, 20 years ago, people would think you were working on your bicycle. When you say, you know, there's this thing with my blockchain going on back then 20 years ago. Today, blockchain is a totally different new concept. So these are the evolution of the marketplace that I'm having to stand on as a candidate. A good portion of what I do is market creation and economic development. On top of that, when you talk about, you know, artificial intelligence, people would associate that as you being drunk and you basically, you know, telling your spouse that they look good after being drunk. You've had that short-term and artificial intelligence kind of, you know, brain fart, I guess is what you call it. But these are the things that's happening around the world that very few Americans have had the, you know, opportunity to be exposed to. I commute between here, Washington, D.C. and Eastern Europe on a regular basis because we're trying to create a position in emerging markets in Central and Eastern Europe where we're going to be able to basically endorse American companies and products and services to these countries that are developing so they can buy our goods and services in the local market. So that's my background. I didn't need to have this long, drawn-out speech. You know, I appreciate your time. Thank you. I hope you enjoy yourself this evening. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Don't forget, that's a candidate for Senate 2020 election. It's either he is nervous, I can tell he